Hello guys, welcome back to this Arduino tutorial series. So in the previous video, we tried to control the speed of a motor using our Arduino board and a potentiometer. So in today's video, we are going to interface a servo motor with our Arduino board. Servo motor is different from a normal DC motor because we can only control the speed of our normal motor, but we cannot control the angular position of the shaft, or we cannot control the position of the shaft. But in case of servo motor, we can control the position of the shaft of our servo motor to at any degree, or we can move or we can rotate the shaft of our servo motor to any angle that we want. There are two different types of servo motors available. Type of one servo motor can rotate only up to 180 degrees, and one servo motor can rotate completely to 360 degrees. So the motor you are having, you have to read the specification for that particular servo motor. So let's move ahead. So this is a simple servo motor. This motor or this servo, all the servo motors have the three pins. One is the VCC, another is the ground, and third one is the signal pin. The yellow color one is the signal pin that need to be connected to PWM pin of your Arduino board or any microcontroller. The red one is the VCC wire, and the brown one is the ground wire. So this is the shaft. This is the simple servo motor. So let's go to the coding part. I have created a code. So in order to control a servo motor, you have to include a servo motor library called servo.h for this servo motor. The purpose of including this library is specially designed for the servo motors. So this library is having certain inbuilt functions, or the function that are only specified to this particular library to control certain tasks or to perform certain tasks on servo motor. So my servo is an attribute that I have created here. I have initialized a variable position, and I have set its position. POS means the position. It is the this position variable. I will be giving the different values in angles for the shaft of my servo motor in between 0 to 180 degree. So for now I'm setting this to 180 degree. This servo motor library has certain inbuilt functions, for example attach, detach, write, etc. So they are only specified to this library, this servo motor library. You cannot use these functions without including this servo library. So for example, if I'm commenting this library including section or library including command, so these two functions, for example, that I have included here, attach function and the write function, are not going to work here for me for now. So you have to include a library, and then you can use the functions of that particular library. So when you are using this servo library, you do not need to define any as a pin as your output pin using the pin mode function. The attach function that is inside a servo library will takes taking the one argument, that is the pin number, and the pin number that you are giving as argument in the attach function is automatically set as your output pin by the coding or by the commands that are written in the back end of this attach function. So this attach function is specified is especially only for the servo library, is an inbuilt function of the servo library. Now in the loop section, I'm using the write function. Takes the one argument, which is the angular position of your shaft. For example, I'm setting it to 180 degrees. So my the shaft of my servo motor will rotate to 180 degree. It takes the argument in the both negative as well as the positive values. So first I'm rotating my shaft to 180 degrees in the forward direction. Then I'm waiting for 2 seconds, and then I will rotate. Then this servo.write command will rotate my shaft of servo motor in negative direction to 180 degrees, and then this cycle will repeat itself again and again. Now just compile this code to check for errors. Great. So we are not having any error in our program. So just select this all and copy this. open your internet browser, for example Chrome, and open the Tinkercad. So open your Tinkercad account and go to the create circuit section. Create a new project and go to this search bar. Type for search for Arduino, Arduino, Arduino. Select the Arduino board here. Now search for the servo motor. Select any one that you need. I'm selecting the simple one. Remember that there are the three pins. First one is the ground, middle one is the power pin, and the last one on the right side is the signal pin. So you have to connect them accordingly. Go to the code section, click on this drop down menu and select the text option. Continue. Here you have option to write the program in the text mode. So just select all the section and paste the text, or paste the code that you have just copied from Arduino IDE. So this is the code. Now click on start simulation. Here you can see that our motor, the servo motor is working fine. Now if you want to have the variable speeds for the servo motor, you can achieve this by giving a time delay. But this servo motor is specified or running at a constant speed for general purposes. There is no specific function or no specific library to control the speed of your servo motor. This can be achieved by giving a time delay. For example, if you want to rotate your servo motor 60 degrees in 1 second, and then you want to rotate 120 degree in half a second, so you have to just define a delay time, a time for one revolution, for 1 degree. For example, if you want to rotate 60 degree in 1 second, that means 60 degree equal to 1000 milliseconds. So 1 degree will be equal to 1000 upon 60 degrees, right? So 60 milliseconds. So in this way you can set the time delay for your servo motor to achieve the speed control operation on the servo motor. But remember that this Arduino board is a controlling device. That means it cannot deliver the power for your load. For example, if you're using a 12-volt battery and you want to control this using the Arduino, so you have to just perform the controlling action for that particular motor for your load. But in order to power that load, you have to use an external supply, for example battery or adapter or anything that you have. But this Arduino board cannot be used to deliver power for your load. This is only a controlling device. So keep in mind this thing. So this is all for today. Thank you so much for watching.